going on, Knicks fans? My name is Vigo Sports Talk, host of Vigo Talks Knicks. The New York Knicks are 2-0 in the Eastern Conference and are 2 wins away from advance to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. But that's not the goal. Our goal is not only reach the NBA Finals, our goal is to go to the NBA Finals and win the NBA Championship for the first time since 1973. So the job's not finished. We're taking one game at a time. We're staying humble. But for now, Knicks fans, we can celebrate because from what it looks like, it's looking really good. I'm telling you, game one, that upset, that comeback, can completely change the series around for the New York Knicks. Because look, it was looking bad for us. We could not get nothing going offensively. We were looking rusty. We could not get any shots going. And it was like that in game two a little bit, but that was until Josh Hart checked in the game, man, was shooting lights out. But I'm telling you, that game one loss can play a huge role in how the series goes out. And in game two, Jalen Brunson, they honestly played really good defense on James Harden. I will give them credit because obviously they killed it. Jalen Brunson killed him in the fourth quarter in game one. So going to the game, they're going to double team Jalen Brunson. But when you double team one player, they're going to leave a player wide open. And that player was Josh Hart. And at first, he was not hitting no shots. And he was frustrated. You could tell when he was playing. But I'm telling you, ever since that, he was shooting lights out. He ended the game with 26 points. And honestly, he was our best player. And even though Jalen Brunson struggled, he had 14 assists, which I believe is the most assists by a Knicks in this decade. I may be wrong. I'm not sure. But if Jalen Brunson isn't scoring, he's going to get the entire team going with the 14 assists. And Cat, he had a pretty solid game. Mikal Bridges, he's shooting with confidence. And honestly, ever since that Atlanta series, you just got to give a player some confidence. You know, when you bash a player saying, oh my God, he sucks. Honestly, yeah. When you play in New York, you're going to get that type of criticism. But when you have a good game, you're going to get a lot of credit. And that's what's happening with Mikal Bridges. And it's happening at the right time possible. So we're now going to game 3 in Cleveland. And if the Knicks win this, if they win game 3, which I will be at, I'll be at the watch party. If they win, the series is over. Honestly, the series is over, honestly. Because Donovan Mitchell, I will be honest, I was criticizing him for game 1, but you can't blame me. He was nowhere to be seen in the fourth quarter and overtime. But honestly, he's the only player right now that's playing good for the Cavaliers. And he's known as a playoff choker. But honestly, he's the best player so far. And James Harden, like I keep saying, he had no turnovers, so I guess that's pretty good for the Cavs. But come on, James Harden. I keep saying, you're a top 10 scorer in NBA history. And 18 points, that's not so bad. But if you're determined to win an NBA championship, that's what you said, I want to win an NBA championship. You got to play way better than that. Because if you look at almost every player that's won a championship, look at almost every single player. They did not have a bad game. They may have like 1 or 2 bad games, but players who want to win a championship really bad play hard. They play hard till the clock hits 0. And you're not playing hard enough. You're not playing hard. The Knicks, they're determined. Since last year, they wanted to win a championship. They were thirsty. They were hungry. They wanted it. They want this championship. They want to bring the city a championship. And you're not playing like it. The Knicks, they want to win. Like I keep saying it, they want to win. And to other Cavs players, honestly, the first half, they were killing us on offensive glass. They had like more than like 10 offensive rebounds. We had like 2 or 3. I'm not sure. But that's what happened when Mitchell Robinson isn't playing. And he's not playing because, they're doing the hack of Mitch. And I love you, Mitch, but if you want to play more minutes, you got to hit those free throws, man. They're purposely fouling you because they see you as a threat. And if you keep missing free throws, that's a waste of possession. So you got to work. You got to be I'll be in the gym right now. I hope you are in the gym practicing free throws. Because please, if you got to make 1 out of those 2 free throws, that's honestly huge for us, to be honest. That's huge. So please, just work on those free throws. And your defense was a little, it wasn't the best. It could be better, but I'm confident you're going to do way better than that. I'm confident. And Cat, OG, and the bench didn't really play that well today, I'll be honest. McBride, I want you to be more aggressive because that game 4 versus the Sixers, you were very aggressive. I want you to attempt at least 5 or 6 3-pointers a game because I seen the way you can shoot. You can make at least 3 3-pointers a game. If you really shoot with confidence and you play aggressive. And Landry Shamet, honestly, not getting that many minutes, but You gotta score a little bit more than that. You did help us in game 1, so I'm gonna give it a pass. Jose Alvarado, he's not getting that many minutes because Brunson plays the entire quarter, and then Alvarado he plays like maybe 4 or 5 minutes in the second quarter, and then sits out. Jordan Clarkson, because Landry Shamet has been playing so well, he's taking Clarkson's minutes, so he's getting less minutes. But it doesn't matter. When your name gets called up, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to perform, both offensively and defensively. Either one. You gotta be aggressive if you want to go to NBA Finals. And the keys to win this game, like I said, James Harden had no turnovers, so that was huge. But he wasn't scoring that much for a top 10 scorer in NBA history. And the Knicks, when they were turning the ball over, they went on 18-0 run. At one point, it was tied in the third quarter, and they did not have an answer for us. They did not have an answer, and they were starting to come back in the fourth quarter. I believe they got to an 8-point game, maybe 9-point game. I'm not sure, but after that, we made sure to hit some more shots because, like I said, if the Cavs are missing these open shots, they're getting a lot of open looks because Sam Merrill, he was like 0 for 7 from 3, their best 3-point shooter. If they're getting open looks and they're missing, you gotta take advantage of that. You gotta at least make some of your shots like Josh Hart. If they're leaving you wide open, they think you suck. Simple as that. They think you suck. So you gotta make them pay for it. And if you keep shooting like that, when they leave you wide open, teams better fear you. They're gonna guard you, be like, oh, he can shoot. You better keep shooting like that. You better. And then players like Evan Mobley, he did not attempt a single shot in the second half, by the way. So that was honestly, I don't get that. Evan Mobley, he's like 6'11". He's got it. He's gonna get a lot of mismatches. So I don't understand why you're not giving the ball to, I don't know, one of your tallest players, Jared Allen. He kills on the rebounds. I'll be honest. He had a bunch of offensive rebounds because Mitch wasn't playing, and that's something we need to get better at. For a team that's known for their rebounding, we gotta rebound a lot better. We still won the game, but we gotta rebound way better than that. All right, and like I said, we are 2 wins away from the NBA Finals. It's looking good for us, but like I said, we gotta stay humble. Knicks fans, we gotta relax. I'm not saying anything bad about it because you could celebrate. Trust me, I'm one of those fans. I was celebrating. It's good. It honestly feels amazing to know to just watch your team that has struggled for many years have a chance to compete for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And obviously, time will tell to see who we play because people think the Spurs, the OKC, they're counting us out already. They're saying whoever wins the Western Conference Finals, they will win the championship. They're going to count us out. We've seen this before many times. You can't count out any team that's going to NBA Finals because at the end of the day, there's a reason why they are in NBA Finals too. There's a reason why. They didn't get there because they got lucky. They got there because they're a very skilled team and they're a great team. And if it wasn't for Cat taking the offense, like leading the offense, who knows where we would be right now. We are still undefeated. And if you guys watch wrestling, Danhausen, that curse, keep it up. I don't know how he does it, but you gotta get that man courtside seats. When we win the championship, you gotta get him courtside seats because he's gonna take a lot of credit. He's a great dude, and honestly, shout out to him. He curses at one point, I believe in game 2 and 3, and some fans sent him money, and ever since that, we've been undefeated. So I think the curse is real. I don't want no smoke, but keep it up, and we could potentially see our team, see the New York Knicks compete for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. That's all I gotta say in today's episode. I will be at the game tomorrow. As I'm recording on Friday, I will be at the game for Saturday. I hope to see a lot of Knicks fans there. And if the series is 3-0, the series is over. No team has ever come back down 3-0 ever in NBA history. It almost happened a few seasons ago with the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, but it's different. You can tell the Cavs just lost all their confidence. I wouldn't say confidence, but the momentum. You can tell the way the players are playing. They don't look the same ever since that game 1. They don't look the same. So the Knicks gotta take advantage of that. And honestly, I'm not gonna say they're gonna sweep them, but it could very be possible. You never know what could happen. But like I said, stay humble. One game at a time. Let's relax. And when we win the championship, celebrate all you want. You heard me. When we win the championship. My name is Vigo Sports Talk, host of Vigo Talks Knicks, And I'll see you next episode, Knicks fans. Peace. Let's go, Knicks.